Hello. Let me just find myself. Oh, turn myself down. Have I got anybody joining me? Is there anybody there? Hi, David. It's just you and me, David, tonight. Can you hear me and see me okay, please, David? Hi, Paula. Hi, Karen. Hi, Anne. Hi, Sue. Brilliant. Thanks, Paula. Hi, Vicky. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one tonight. Hi, Carol. Yeah, feeling loads better. Thank you, Carol. I'm pleased I'm reaching all the way to Scarborough, David. We're actually coming up to Scarborough or Pickering later in the year. I did enjoy Strictly. Hi, Karen. Hi, Linda. I think he was the one that was definitely going to win, wasn't he, Sue? Hi, Julie. Oh, I'm reaching to County Durham. See how far and wide I can reach. I'd got to Scarborough, and now I've got to County Durham. Hi, Carol. Hi, Anna. Hi, Lee. Or should we call you Binder Boy? That's got him started now. Hi, Kay. I've got my sweets here ready. Just in case. I did just have a coughing fit before I came. Oh, Dorset. So see if I can get further than Dorset and higher up than County Durham. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Sue. He was good, wasn't he, Sue? And considering he's blind, well, yeah. Hi, Marie. As you can see, I've got my sweets here ready, just in case. Cheshire. Thank you, Karen. South Warwickshire. So, yeah, I've got chocolate. Is it chocolate lime? Yeah, chocolate limes tonight. Somerset. Hi, Chrissy. I'm pleased you could join us. Are you still making Christmas cards? Hi, Dawn. He was well matched, wasn't he? I thought they made a good pair. Hi, Deirdre. Can you hear my husband talking downstairs? South Yorkshire? Well, I'm in Cambridgeshire. Oh, bless you, Chrissy. I only gave mine out at the weekend. I've still got some to do. Oh, well, Linda, I bet that's brilliant. I'd love to do that. Probably have to drop a hint for next year for my hubby. Oh, did you? Bless you, Deirdre. West Midlands. Right, shall we get going? We've only got a few of you here, but hey-ho. A few of you is better than none. I thought to start off with it was Shropshire for Marie. I thought in the beginning it was just going to be me and David, so it's nice to see all of you. South Yorkshire for Pam. Hi, Lynn. Hopefully you can't hear my husband downstairs. My craft room is just above the kitchen. Bedfordshire. So no, Linda, you're not far from me. North Wales. Right. So I'll put my sweets to one side and hopefully I don't need those. And you can see tonight that we're going to be using the coins and medallions. So what are we going to be making? There's not a discount on the products tonight. But there is a giveaway at the end. Shame it's not where Phil is. It's actually his birthday today, so he's cooked himself steak and chips because I'm doing the live. You're all spread across the country, aren't you? So were you all lucky enough to get the coins and medallions? There's the two. Oh, let me see if I can get the other one without knocking my heat gun on the floor. So there's the two medallions, the vintage paraphernalia and the floral curios. So we're not using the vintage paraphernalia tonight, but I think I'm using something out of all of the other sets. So, oh, as you can see, I've used things so many times that they're not sticking. I'll have to try and find one of those. In actual fact, I think I'm going to have to look for it now because it's one of the ones that I'm going to be using tonight. If you find that your, there it is. If you find that your stamps aren't sticking, they just need a good wash on the back of them. So just run them under the water and then they'll get their sticky back. So it's because I've used them so much that they've lost their sticky on the back. But it's brilliant that you can wash them and it comes back again. So tonight I'm going to be using the Floral Curios medallion for this one. And I should think you all want to know what we're going to be making. Got a few dies as well, but we'll come to those as we go along. So I'll let you know which set I'm using when we come to them. So what we're going to be making now is one that I made for one of the samples that I did for television. And I did this in, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this. I did this in, let me turn it on the side, in pinky colours. Can you see that? Obviously I haven't got the card because I sent it in for television. So this is the pink version. So I thought I'd do some different colours for you. So don't worry, Doreen, we haven't started. So I thought I'd do some different colours for you. So this one I've done as a lilac one, but the top is still the same. It's still using all the florals. I'm not sure whether you can see it all. And it's one of the ones, the style that Phil has done before, where we cut out the centre of the card. So you can see inside there and outside. And this has been made from one of the A5 top fold cards, and there's just a few different cuts, and you can see on this one that the medallion has been embossed with clear. So we've done it with Versamark, stamped with Versamark and embossed with the clear powder. Oh, there you go. Karen said that she'll add the instructions for the card to the group after the live. So then you can watch these and you can look at the instructions at the same time. So that's nice of her. Oh, just realised I haven't got my phone plugged in and I would hate to go flat on you. Hopefully that didn't make any difference. So this is the card that we're going to be making tonight. Oh, bless her. Oh, send her our best then, Chrissy. So this is the card that we're going to be making tonight. And this one we are going to be doing in Summer Citrine. Hi, Janice. Yeah, Summer Citrine and also the Natural Craft. This is a 350, so it's really quite sturdy. And as I say, we're going to be using the top fold cards. So we'll start and get on with it. And as usual, I've done measurements for you. So this is, I've cut it up already. So this is the normal A5 top fold card. So what I've done with this is where it's folded at the top, I have cut up to 6 centimetres. So I've turned this, put it in, so you've got the solid back and then you've got a 6 centimetre flap at the top. Then from the piece that's left over, you want another 6 centimetre. So you've got 6 centimetres at the top that's joined to the base, and you've got a 6 centimetre at the bottom. So this piece here you can use for another time. Hi Wendy, you've not missed anything, I've only just started. So like I say, you can put that extra piece away for another time. It's a nice size that you can get flowers or anything out of it. So that's that. The card base is the A5 top fold card, 6 centimetres at the top and a 6 centimetre strip at the bottom. So let's put that to one side. The next piece, we're going to be making the bits to go on the top and bottom. So you need to cut 2 of these, and they are 14.5 centimetres by 5.5 centimetres. So that leaves you a little narrow border. You can see on this one, a little narrow border around the edge. So the white piece is just 0.5 centimetre less than the outside, because this is 15 and this is 14.5. And what I do to make it easier for stamping on, because I know some of you struggle with random, and to be perfectly honest, so do I. So what I've done with this is I've stuck both pieces together, because you want to overlap the middle and you want to overlap the edges. And I just think working on a larger piece is better than working on a thin strip. Probably not your preference, but this is just how I like to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a stamping platform out. You can do this without the stamping platform, but some of my inks are a little bit past their best. And you can see here that I've started already, and I'm using my Distress Oxides, and I'm using Fossilised Amber. I'll wait till I catch up so that I can see that you can see it. Fossilised Amber, Shaded Lilac. No, Susan, I know a lot. Oh, move that up so that you can see it. Left, right, centre. Ah, Shaded Lilac, there you go. We've got Wilted Violet. Carved Pumpkin. Worn Lipstick. I told you there was a few, didn't I? I have to be organised, Lee. I can't cope if I'm not organised. And Bundled Sage. And the stamps that I'm using for these are the Floral Curios medallion. And on here you've got the smaller stamps. So we're using 3 of those. So we're using that one, and that one. So I'm using the rose, the long petalled one, and the 4-petaled one out of that set. Yep, that's what I'm using out of that one. And out of this set, I'm using one of the little hearts and the big heart. And what am I using? I'm using the little stamps here. So there's 2 of those. So that's the little ones. And also I'm using the leaves. So the little stamps just work so well with the card making. And so that was that one. And there also a little flower stamp on this one. So we'll get that out as well. Oh, no, I've been using that one. So we'll get that one out as well. I will probably just throw these back in the tray and then I'll sort them out at the end. So we'll put these on the edge of the mat, and you can see I've already done this stamp. So that's that stamp, and I've done that one in the Worn Lipstick. I've done the rose, and I've done that one in Shaded Lilac. And I've done the little 2 flowers together, and I've done that in Wilted Violet. And the bigger 4-petaled one, I've done that one in Carved Pumpkin. And the leaves I've done in Bundled Sage. And the little tiny one, little tiny stamp there, is in Fossilised Amber. And you all know, oh no, where's my little acetate piece gone? Oh no, where's it gone? I can't work without that. Tell you what, I'll use one of these. Use one of these out of my, I'll find it now, won't I? No doubt it's gone somewhere. You all know I use my piece of acetate. Oh, I haven't got my bell out. Oh well, it's buried. I'll have to go ding ding. These little stamps make such perfect backgrounds, don't they, Karen? Oh, thanks, Heather. So I'm putting my piece of acetate on because I've used these flowers so much. They may have a bit of ink on them. So all I do is put the stamp onto the acetate. Apologies that the light's catching it. But put it on the acetate. Then I can move the acetate round and position, then of course the acetate comes out, we can ink the stamp up and press it onto the work. So obviously with these stamps you don't want to press too hard, because obviously the smaller stamps there's not much to them, so you can easily splay. And I think there's something on that one. Let me have a go with my nail. I think it's a little bit of glitter. So all I would do then is put my acetate back on the top. Excuse me. That's okay, Sandy. Yeah, laminating sheet is perfect. That's probably even better because it's thicker. So put your acetate back down, reposition your stamp and ink it back up again and press it down. See why I started doing the work, can't you? Because you didn't really want to watch me doing all of this stamping. So you just keep repeating that, putting the acetate down, picking it up on your stamping platform and pressing it down. Just finding any areas where you've got some gaps. You don't need to clean your stamp in between. You can just position it, and then any ink that you've got on the stamp will go on the piece of acetate. There we go. Put the acetate back on. I will just wipe this just in case. Go in there. And we can keep going. It does. The amount of times that I've done this and I've got ink where I don't want it, and then if you're doing a quite complex piece, then it just totally ruins what you've done, because you probably want to use a yellow ink and you've got black on your stamp. So this alleviates all of that problem. Where else do we need one? So put a few more of these, and make sure you keep the same side of the acetate facing up, so that all of the ink that you've got on there stays up and doesn't go down onto your card. My normal piece of acetate that I use, I've got a yellow dot on it so that I know which way up it goes, which then doesn't transfer ink onto your card. So do a last one of these, and then after I'd finished doing them, I would always wipe the stamp and I'll put it on top of the colour. So that was the fossilised amber. We can do a few more leaves. So again, acetate on, find out where you want to put a leaf. So you can just position it, and then you can drag your acetate round, pick it up, ink up the stamp, and this time we're using bundled sage. So press that down, and because mine are not very, they're very well used, so second generation is a definite with mine. And then put it down wherever you like, and then get the angle right by moving the acetate and picking it up. Give this an ink, and we'll do a few more of these. Oh, second generation. There we go. And acetate in, and put that in there. Do you find that they stick to your fingers? Oh no, Chrissy. Ah, hope you can pick them all up. think my acetate piece went to the left. It's probably in my pile of bits that I'm using. But because my camera's overhead here and I've got spotlights for the main light, it then picks up, I've got one of these circular, you can see on my stamping platform, I've got one of these circular lights, and it picks up the shape of it on my craft mat. So when I do lives, I have to turn my main light off, which then means I can't see anything apart from what's in front of me. Oops. I can't tell you the amount of time I spent faffing with stamps and yeah, yes. I did a background, I think 3 times earlier on, and I either put my hand in it and smudged it, or my stamp dropped off. So listen to myself and remember to wipe the back off them, and then that won't happen, will it? So what I've done with these is I've got a pokey tool, and I've got, say, the wilted violet, and I don't know if you can see, but all I've done with this is I've poked it into the ink pad, and I'm just putting it and creating dots on there, which adds a little bit more interest to your card. So you can add those, or if you've got something else that you use to add dots, but I just think this is quite easy and it's repetitive, so once you get into the swing of doing it, then it's quite easy. Oh, I can see where I've put my finger in one of the inks. I've got a little smudge down here, so you know where that's going, don't you? That's going underneath somewhere. Do a few more. And then I realised that we've got the centre of some flowers. Oh, thank you, David. So then I realised that the tip could actually, you could actually do the centre of the flowers as well. Because this piece, we don't actually want to have anything raised on it, because we're going to be sticking things on top. So that's another tip for you. They're coming fast and furious tonight, aren't they? So I will pick it up for you and show you. There you go. So you can carry on and do as much of that as you... Oh, let's do the middle of the orange ones as well. You might need a few more because it's a bigger gap. Yeah, I suppose you could call it an embossing tool. You get different... I mean, Phil's tool there is... that was probably a bit thin for what I wanted to do. So I found one of my old... Just put my finger in my ink pad. So, yeah, you could use Phil's, because I think Phil has different thicknesses of them. So, have we got any more? Orange, orange, orange. No, that's it. So, that's all I've done for that. And then in the middle of the larger one here, I've used, like Phil says about his scabby brushes, I've used the end to go in the middle of the big pink one. So you can find all sorts of things in your craft room to make centres and filling. Cocktail sticks are another thing that you can use. Yeah, that's got all of those. Yeah, it would work differently depending on what size of ball tool. I mean, my ball tool that I use is a really big one, so I guess if you'd got big flowers, then you could use one of these. But yeah, I just use the end of anything I can find. So there we go. I'll hold that up for you so that you can see. Thank you, Heather. So you can see all of the centres and the dots that I've made. I mean, you can fill the card as much as you like, and then all we're going to be doing is, make sure I don't get my fingers on it, is taking them apart and using them, and you can see that we've gone off the card and we've joined at the middle. So making the two cards to get piece of cards together, you can see that it's been a bit easier to do. And those little stamps, like I said, they're just so versatile. You can make brilliant backgrounds, and changing your colours can change the whole effect. And then you can pick up the colour of your card, depending what card you use. If you use a pink, use the worn lipstick. If you're using an orange card, use the card pumpkin shaded lilac, which is what I used round the edge of this one, just to edge that. But this time, with using the summer citrine, I'm going to use fossilised amber. So all I'm going to use is a little finger dauber. I'm going to be really, that was where I put my finger in it, so that's going underneath. So pick that up, and I'm just going to edge this, and I'm just pushing it over the edge like that, and it's just picking the ink up. Just be careful because the dots will be still wet. So we'll just go round there, and then we'll leave that to dry for a little bit. But forgive me if I get fingerprints all over, because I am doing it whilst it's wet. If you were doing it, you'd probably put a piece of paper over the top and dab it off, or you could leave it and get on with another piece. But obviously with the live, I'm having to get on with it straight away. So there, we've got that one edged in the fossilised amber. And you can see the difference between the two, can't you? It just adds that little bit of something to it. What's that? Glad my hubby's not watching this. I'm always finding things that I can use, especially when doing masterboards. You can use screw tops, you can use all sorts, but some of Phil's stamps, the little stamps like these flowers, are just perfect for making backgrounds. So we'll just finish this one. Hi, Karen. The video will be saved after the live, so you can go back and watch it. So there we go, that's that one done as well. We'll put it to one side to dry a little bit. And what have we got next? Right, so we'll put our stamping platform to one side. I'm sure I'll find my piece of acetate. No, don't know where it went. So what we'll do with the card blank itself is we'll add the layer inside, and you can see that's going to go lovely in there. And this one is 20.5 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. So let me stick that there. Hi, Jan. Now I am using Phil's PVA glue, but I decant it into a smaller container because I use less glue. So the glue that I'm using is Phil's premium PVA glue. So now we can put that inside there. And I've cut a circle for the backing, which is going to go over the two front pieces, and that is cut from, oh, make sure I don't drop it, the debossed double stitch circles. And you can see the one that I've got turned over here is the one that I've used for this one. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th one from the outside that I've used for this one, and that overlaps both of them. So once we've stuck the backing on there, then we can put this one. Is anyone else running around like headless chicken getting organised for Christmas? Not like a headless chicken, no. I like to write lists, and then I can cross things off my list. And even if I do something that's not on my list, I will write it on my list and then cross it off, because it makes you feel so good. So yeah, that was the debossed double stitched circles. I'm getting the words mixed up tonight. So that was out of the craft card, and we'll put that in place once we've got, in actual fact, if they're dry now, we'll go for it. So as that is going over the top, I can cover my little smudge up. So I'll put these in place, and again I'm sticking them flat, so I'm sticking them with the PVA glue. Oh, Sue, I'm pleased I'm not the only one. How many have people got for Christmas lunch, or are you going out? We're at home Christmas Day, but we've got my stepson and his girlfriend and our grandson coming in the afternoon, so I've not got too much of a rush. And then I've got my daughter on Boxing Day, so I shall be cooking Boxing Day. Which way up shall I do it? I'll do it that way. So yeah, mine's not too much of a rush. I've got a couple of birthdays in December, so my daughter's was on the 6th, and it's my husband's today. Then my dad on the day after Boxing Day, so it's not just Christmas. Right, now what I do to keep this in place so that I know it goes on straight is I use some repositionable tape, and this is the piece that, this is the separate piece. So I'll line it up with the bottom and flip over with a piece of repositionable tape so that it keeps in place. Just you and your puppy. and I'm sure he'll be sharing it with you. And then I just tape the bottom down as well. So at least it keeps it all in the right place so that we can position this. And what I do to position this is I turn it upside down, line it up with the top and the bottom and each side so that you've got the same amount overlapping at the top. Then I make a little pencil mark at both sides. So then I know where I need to add the glue up to. It's nice if you can go out, isn't it? Because you don't have any of the prep to do. Mind you, I should think people have had years of doing it themselves and have just handed over to younger members of the family. So all I would do is just put my fingers either side to find out where it goes and then stick it down. So I just hold it down until it's had chance to dry, and then you can remove your removable tape. And this is the Scotch removable tape that they sell on the Honey Pot Crafts website. I'm getting right tongue-tied tonight, aren't I? So this is the Scotch repositionable tape. And you can use it so many times. So then you see you've got, if you have got any glue on the back there, you can just wipe it off. And once you know where that circle of card is there, then you can do a sentiment inside. I'm going to wait until I know who the recipient is, as to if I know how naughty I can go with what I put inside. It is, I swear by it. I've got mine on a little container. It was a sellotape one, and that's where my magnets are in there as well, because it's magnetic in there. You can see how many. It's like a little hedgehog when I've got it all positioned round. So now that's in position, you can see that stands up on its own, and you get the colour from the background. So the outlining of the card and the coloured card in the back all blend in together nicely. Right, which bit shall I do now? I think I will do, knocking everything on the floor. So I'm now going to, you want a piece of card that is the same colour as your backing card. So this is the Summer Citrine. Yeah, sometimes, Karen, what you need to do is dab them off on your hand just to get some of the sticky. Because I know when I was doing my live on Thursday, I used some new pieces and it did tear the card slightly. Me, naughty. Thank you, Liz. Right, so this piece of card for stamping the medallion is 12.5 by 12.5. Let me move my pencil and my cloth out the way. I still haven't washed it. I might treat myself to a new one at Christmas. So that goes there. And I'm just going to position this in place. And I'm using the WOW embossing pad for this one, just basically because I can't find my Versamark. And what you need to do first is use your anti-static bag You see all the techniques in this one tonight. You're getting an overload of information. It's a good job that you can watch it back, isn't it? So there's my embossing powder. So this is the crystal clear. And I want a piece of paper so that I can put it onto. And for this one, where's my stamps? We're going to be using the, oh, that's dirty as well. Hopefully that will stick. So again, you would put your piece of acetate down, but I know I've had Versamark on this previously, so I know it's not going to be dirty. So you'd get it in position so that it would fit. I actually cut this to 12 centimetres, which is just bang on. So if you cut your square to 12.5 centimetre square, you'll give yourself a bit more room at the side. So pick the stamp up, and as with all of the bigger stamps, Phil's told us before, we just roll it back and then roll it onto the stamping platform, which takes away the bubbles out of the middle so that you don't get any ink going on that middle piece. And all we do with this one is stamp it, and you won't, when you're looking at it, you will see the shine of it, but you won't be able to see it on the video tonight. I wouldn't over ink it, because when you heat emboss on something that is so the pattern on it is so small, if you put too much of the embossing pad on there, or the Versamark, it will actually, when you heat it up, just all dissolve into one. So you won't be able to see the ink that much, but when it goes on your card, you'll be able to see the imprint. You can see that there, can't you? And then the powder will stick to that. So let me put that to one side, put it on a piece of paper, and put the embossing powder on it. So shuffle that around. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh, that's actually missed a bit there, but if you're doing this yourselves at home, you can see I've missed a little bit here, but we can stick a flower over the top of that, so you can see all the powder has now stuck to it. So now we need to heat emboss it. Let me put this back in the pot. Now these pots are so tightly packed that the first couple of times that you use them, it will look as though you've got more powder than you actually started off with. That's because it's so packed in. So let me get my heat gun. Sorry, you're going to have a bit of noise. So heat your heat gun up on you until it gets warm. Don't burn yourselves. And then put it onto your card, and as soon as it starts changing, you can probably see it changing here and melting the embossing powder. Move it, because otherwise it'll start cracking and coming off your card. I think you can see that this never fails to impress me. So keep going round and turning it so that you don't burn your fingers until you're happy that it's all melted. Let me see if I can then put my heat gun away and wiggle it whilst it's hot. Now this one I am going to be cutting out by hand. You can use one of the dies. You could use the next one down on there, but it cuts slightly into it. So I want it right on the edge, so I'm actually going to cut it by hand, which doesn't take long. So if you just cut and move the card and not your scissors, so your scissors stay in one place and you're moving the card round. And I always use the same scissors. These are the Tim Holtz ones. I think they come in several sizes. I think there's a size smaller and there's a size larger. So keep turning it round until you've cut all of that out. Like I say, for those of you that don't like fussy cutting, you can always use one of the dies. There we go. Not perfect, but then none of us are we? So if there's any bits like that, that's a bit straight on that edge, I think we'll have a flower. Yeah, definitely we're having a flower there because that's where it's missed a bit. And this bit is going to be put onto the card base, and I'm going to be using glue gel for this one. So let's bring this in. My foil piece is in the lid. So starting in the middle. We add the glue gel. I'm using Phil's trick of adding it with a cocktail stick because I don't get on with the syringes. Mine all dry up. And then you end up chucking more glue out. There we go, turn it round. Like any saggy bottoms, so make sure. And my tip for your glue not drying out, I'm sure you've heard me say before, is to take the glue to the top. Let me get my foil out of the lid. Is to take the glue to the top so that you see it starting to come out, then put the foil on top of it and then do the lid. Oh, I just about got that in shot, didn't I? And then with this one, let's just bend it a little bit so it's a bit flatter. So we're going to have flowers over in the top right and bottom left. So you can see now that we're starting to bring the background colour into the foreground. And then just look at it. You've seen Phil doing this before. Obviously with us heating it, it will have warped the card a little bit. So you may want to leave it for a little while to flatten out, or spray the back of it and put it under something heavy. But we need to be getting on with this tonight, don't we? Don't think that's too bad. There we go. So that's done, that piece, and we can now put that to one side. So what I've done for this one, because you've got, let me bring this one in to show you. I've done exactly the same with this lilac one. I've just embossed with clear embossing powder. We're now going to be doing this next layer, which is craft card again. And it is another one from the Deboss double stitch circles, and it's the smaller one that's turned over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the centre. So that one's cut out, and I'm going to add some glitter to that layer, and I'm going to be using diamond dust for this one. So and get that undone and just use your PVA glue all the way round the outside. Just have a look what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know if they do them in smaller tubes, Jane. Oh dear, Vicky, you've been using a lot, have you? Yeah, I've just bought myself some more glue gel. So I'm just going round the edge of this one. Nothing like wishing your life away, Doreen. And add the diamond dust on this one. You could use Diamond Dazzle if you like, but I'm using diamond dust on this one. So we've got that one there. Didn't need the piece of paper. I'm going to be using that again in a minute. So put that to one side to dry. And now we'll get on to the sentiment. So what I've done with this one is I've cut out, show you, I've cut out one of the circles from the graceful squares. All right, Vicky, I'll have to have a look. So this is the largest of the circle dies, and that just fits nicely. You can see on, where's my original card? You can see nicely on this one that it just gives you that tiny little border. Oh, you got this one, have you, Karen? Just gives you that tiny little border. You can see there. So I'm running out of room to put things. So I've cut that out, and you're now going to say, I can't line it up. But I have a trick for you. Let's take the medallion off. Oh, it won't come off. You're going to say that you can't get your stamps lined up on that circle. I have a way to get round it. The piece of card that you used to cut your circle out of, keep it. Put it in your stamping platform and secure it down. Now what you need to do then is find the stamp that you're going to use, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday one again. Just find, I'm just rustling in the background trying to find my Happy Birthday one. Happy Birthday, there we go. So what I would do is I would put it in the aperture there. So as long as it's within the aperture, you're okay. Pick it up with your stamping platform. You've still got your piece of card in your platform. I would ink the stamp up and stamp it into your stamping platform. Now then, you can see with that it's not quite central, can't you? So all you do with this is move, let's move those out the way. So this is your aperture card, move it, let me put it down so that I can get it exact. Let me have a camera. That's it. So that is as close as we're going to get it. Oh no, I think I've lost internet. Have I still got you? Have I still got you? Anybody? Have I still got you? So you can see now that it's in the centre of the aperture, the card here. Oh, good. Because I looked at my phone, stood up, and it really losing internet. Can anybody else see that I keep losing in? No, I can't see it going on my iPad. So you can see it's in the centre of the aperture. So all you do then is put the circle back in the centre. When you play it back again, you may be able to, there we go, we come back again. So you've still got your stamp on the other side. You haven't taken that off. You ink your stamp up and then you press it so that it goes on to the circle that is in. So then when you take it out, it's in the centre of the circle. And you can do that with the flowers if you want to add any of the like the dotty tips and the stripe stamp that Phil did to go with his last lot of stamps. You can do that exactly the same with that. So there you go, another tip there for you. Don't say I don't give you any tips. I know it keeps buffering. If it gets too bad, I shall have to stop and film it. So this bit is going to go, no, it's going to go on to glue gel. Oh. It's a great idea. It wasn't my idea. I can't remember who it was that I saw doing it. But I thought, oh, you know what? That's a really good idea. And once I tried it, it's a game changer. Yeah, I'm really sorry it keeps buffering. I don't normally have a problem with my internet, so there must be some atmospherics around somewhere. So we can put that on there, and then this is going to go flat onto here. So the piece that we missed just there, this is going to cover it up anyway. So you can have the happy birthday up straight. I would probably leave your layers to settle first. In actual fact, I'm going to press that one down flat, because otherwise it'll this one won't. Let me hold that just for a little while whilst it grabs. It's not a good idea putting more layers on top of wet glue gel layers, is there? Okay now, yeah, brilliant. I just stood up and saw it on my phone. I'll keep an eye on it now. Oh, it's all right, Vicky. It will be saved in the group, so you can go back later and watch it. And all I've done in the centre of this is use the bigger heart and the little hearts from one of the sets. So we'll put this to one side, or you could put a flower in the middle. So the flowers that I've used are the, let me get my board out. They are the dotty tips. I think that. Oh, it's go. Oh no, it's back. The dotty tips. So I've just cut those out, and you can see the ones that are turned over used. So we'll go and turn them over. I'll try and be really quick so that we can get past the buffering. So as you can see, I use quite a large ball tool for the larger flowers, and then size down to the next ones. And I always go side to side. Some people go just on the tips, some people go the whole length, and then fold them over. Then I use the smaller end and just go round in a circle, and that just brings them up and gives them that little bit of shape. Oh, technology, isn't it great? Well, it is great when it works. So I'm going to shape these. These are the middle size flower. So it's shaping those, and then turn it over and round in the centre. And do these really quickly. And then round and round in the centre. Last ones, the last two, I'll probably do these down because there's not much to them. Yeah, it is okay when it's working, Margaret. And I use a small one for that one. Oh, I can't find one. Let's do that one. There we go. And then these want to be stuck together. So that's one, that's two. So add some glue in the centre and use your tweezers to offset the flowers so that the petals go in between. And the same with the next one. Glue in the middle, pick them up with the tweezers and then press down. These are the flat nose tweezers. I wouldn't be without them. Do the same with the other flower. And put some more in the centre. And what we're going to do with this one is we're just going to add some glitter to the ends of the petals. So I'm going to pick it up with my tweezers, and I'm just going to add just like a little V on the tip of each leaf, or each petal even. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just adding a little piece. Hopefully the internet doesn't play up again until I've finished doing this. And then sprinkle glitter over the top. And you can see that it's just picked up the edges, and then the glue will dry clear, so you'll just get the sparkle at the end of the flower. So we'll do that with the other one. Pick it up. My tweezers are always covered in either glue gel, normal gel, glitter. But it's quite nice to pick it off. Concentration. I'm sure I'm going to miss one. And no, I haven't got my tongue hanging out. One more to go. I think I've got them all there. Yeah, it does seem to be okay now. Yeah, I wouldn't be without my tweezers. Put the lid on my glue. Oops. Lid on my glitter. It's a bit better. Right, and then the leaves that I've used are, I'll put them. It's the Floral Finery and it's the Fabulous Fronds. Yeah, it's the Diamond Dust. Yeah, the Diamond Dust is finer than, where's my dazzle? Don't know whether you can see the difference between both of those. That's the dust, and then that's the dazzle. Can you see? The bits are bigger in the dazzle, which is the smaller part, and the dust that's in the bigger part. Hopefully you could see that. Put the lid on, and all I'm going to do with these is put my nail in the middle of the leaf and just push on both sides and bend it up, just to give the leaves. It is, Vicky, it is. Sometimes I like to use the dazzle and sometimes I use the dust. So just put your nail in the middle of it. Or you can use your tweezers, put your tweezers in the middle, just to give it that little bit of 3D. So let's bring the card back in, and these won't be dry, but I'm going to put them on anyway. So I'm going to use a bit of glue gel. Oh, that's good. I'm pleased you could see. So I'm going to put some glue gel in the middle of the flowers. Obviously you would leave your flowers to dry with the glitter on them. I'm going to use my tweezers here, and I'm going to put that on one side, and then I'm going to put the leaves underneath. So, like that. And then the same at the bottom. Not quite in position right. There we go. Fiddling and faffing. There we go. And you look from the side and you can see that they're level-ish. And then I'm going to put porcelain white pearls in the centre of them. So I'm going to put a blob in the middle. Again, you would wait for your glue gel to dry first before you start pressing the gems into them. So I'm just going to lay them on top because I don't want to squish my flowers. And then with my original card, I've put extras round here, but I'll go back and do those afterwards. So that everything is nice and flat and dry. So you can see there that, have I put everything on? Yeah, I've put everything on. And then once these are all dry, then you can lift the petals up on the flowers like I have done on this one, but you can see they look completely different, don't they? Completely different with a different colour. Which is your favourite? Which do you like best? I thought I liked the pink best, but now I think I like the lilac. And I'm not sure about the yellow, but it just looks completely different. And you could use different flowers and different backgrounds. You don't need to use the craft card, but just using the white card with the different inks, with the little stamps that you get in the sets, then you can make... You like the citrine, do you, Linda? Yeah, Paula does as well. Purple's your favourite colour. Yeah, lilac's mine as well, Pam. Oh, you see, we're split between the two. And if I bring back my instructions, you can see that I did pink in this one. So that's the Fabulous Fuchsia. So again, it looks... Oh no, I've gone out. Difficult question. Yeah, this is done in Fabulous Fuchsia. So I think Karen is going to put the instructions up for this in the files. So she'll let you know once they've gone up. So it's giveaway time. So let me try and bring these in. So you can choose, the lucky winner can choose one of, just trying to get them all. Ah, look, I found my acetate. Yay! So we have, so there's 5 different sets, and you've got the vintage paraphernalia, the occasional sentiment coins, and that's the one that has the little tiny flower on it there, and the essential sentiment coins, and these have got the little hearts on and the big heart here on the happy birthday that I used. The motivational sentiment coins, and these have got the little leaves and the 2 flowers, or you've got stars on them. And this one is the floral curios, and this is the big medallion, and then you've got the 4 different flowers that we've used to do the background on these. So whoever's chosen can choose one of these. So let's whiz back to the beginning, and I hope I don't cut you off. I'm whizzing on my iPad, and I'm going to choose one name, and it's Lynn Stasi. Lynn Stasi, I think that's how you say it. Lynn Stasi. Oh, Lynn Stasi. I don't know whether you're still on the line. On the line. What am I talking about? Whether you're still... Yours keeps going off, does it? So Lynn Stasi, if you want to contact Karen through Facebook on Messenger, on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, then you can tell her which one of these you would like. So congratulations to Lynn. Ah, brilliant, Lynn, you're still there. So contact Karen and send her a private message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page to claim your prize. Okay, thank you very much, ladies. You've got the 2 cards here. I will post a picture of them on Facebook tomorrow. Oh, a bit too high. So look out for the instructions. And remember that you can watch it back, and these will be going on my YouTube channel as well. So there you go. You've got all the information, all of those hints and tips tonight. So you've got Phil back on Thursday. So you'll have the pleasure of seeing how much of a tan he's got. And I'm sure he won't show us his white bits. And looking forward to his demo. Thank you ever so much. And I look forward to seeing you or speaking to you all again soon. Thanks very much. Bye.